If you're looking for the best CRM for sandblasting, then you have found the right video. In this video, I'm going to show you guys a bunch of different softwares. First and foremost, I'm going to show you ones that might be at the top of your list with regards to ones that you're looking at, but I'm going to tell you why they might not be the best, and I'm going to save the best for last in this video. I'm going to show you guys a CRM that's actually the best, and then we're going to walk through a bunch of tools within that CRM, things like sales and estimating, job scheduling and dispatching, field management tools, customer management tools, billing and financials, project and compliance, as well as team and growth management, because I want to give you guys a software that has a lot in it, a lot of tools, a lot of features, things that you can either use from day one or grow into if your company is growing and expanding. So with that being said, I want to share with you guys some of the CRMs that are probably in your face right now, but they might not be the best fit and why they might not. So first and foremost, we have Jobber. They spend the most amount of money on marketing in terms of, getting in front of you, and you probably have seen them. They've probably followed you around the internet, everywhere on Facebook, YouTube, anywhere that you can be marketed to, you've probably seen Jobber. Now, Jobber does this for a reason. They have the most venture capital funding. They've raised tons and tons and tons of money, and they push that money back into advertising. Now, the only problem with this is they are beholden to the people that have given them money. So the decisions that they're making aren't really in the best interest of the contractor. They're more in the best interest of the people that are paying them money. Another thing about Jobber is they have a ton of integration. So if you're somebody who likes to have 4, 5, 6, 7 different subscriptions in order to get the job done, then Jobber might be a good fit for you. However, I like more all-in-one solutions, and that's what I'm going to show you guys in this video is a really good all-in-one solution. Jobber's pricing, I will say, is a little bit on the higher end. It's on the higher end for what you get from it. So they're going to have a lot of things in the app that are like upgrade in order to access and things of that nature, because like I said, they're very focused on getting you in and then driving the price up, so that way they can make as much money for the people that are basically giving them money. So Jobber, in my book, not the best. They are the loudest, however. Another option, ServiceTitan. I will tell you guys this is the most expensive and the most complex. So I've heard people having ServiceTitan subscriptions that are $3,000 a month. I've heard having add-on users, if you have any employees, paying $350 a month for those people, and the process for basically onboarding into ServiceTitan taking months and months and months and months. And that's not something I'm interested in. I want something easy my team members can use without having to pay an arm and a leg, and ServiceTitan for me just really isn't that. Then we have JobNimbus on the other hand. JobNimbus is one of these where they're not going to give you the price on the website. They want you to jump on a call because they're going to make a custom price for your business, meaning they're going to charge you for a bunch of things that, maybe you don't need. They're going to build you out a custom plan, which usually custom plan means that it's going to be a lot more expensive. JobNimbus, also in my personal opinion, it doesn't look the best. I don't like the way it looks. I like a CRM that looks really clean. I like a CRM that's feature packed. I like a CRM that has everything kind of all in one place. And that's what leads me to the one that we're going to talk about today, and that is QuoteIQ. Now, in full transparency, I am one of the co-founders of QuoteIQ. Recently, we've had a bunch of sandblasting contractors come into the company. We've been talking with a lot of them. We've been refining some of the features and things that people use within QuoteIQ to make it as best as it can be for their business, and that's why I think now is the right time to tell you guys that QuoteIQ is the best CRM for sandblasters. And if it isn't right now, then we're going to work to make it better. So I will say this, if you guys wanted to get the owner of ServiceTitan, House Call Pro, Jobber, JobNimbus on the phone, you absolutely could not. But for us, we're one call away. I'm going to tell you a little bit about what makes QuoteIQ different. First and foremost, we have top tier support. Our guys are always available. They're ready to talk. We have a bunch of different ways that you guys can reach out. You can schedule a demo with us. We have Zoom calls. You can actually call in. We have a number that's available for you guys to reach out to. We have email support, chat support. So we have pretty much everything that you could possibly think of in terms of getting a hold of us, getting you set up and making you feel like this is the right place for you, as well as hearing you out. We actually built a tool in QuoteIQ, or a feature called Suggest a Feature, and this is basically where any of our users can actually suggest features to us, and then other users can rank the features. Like they can vote up the features, and we can see what is most important to everyone using the app and how we can make it better for them. So that's something that we're very focused on, is being focused on our users and making the app as good as it possibly can be for them. The other thing is your voice is going to be heard here. As we mentioned, you're also grandfathered in. We never raise prices on existing customers. So once you guys jump in with us, you're going to be grandfathered into those pricings, even as we're adding in tons and tons of features. And that's all we do is add in features. We're also not planning on selling out. We never plan on bringing in any funding from outside, so we don't have anybody else to answer to other than us. We're also built 95% in-house, which is something that's very important to us. As I mentioned before, Jobber, what they do is they have a lot of add-ons. We prefer to not have live add-ons. We build it in-house, so that way you guys don't have to have more subscriptions, more payments, more logins, and more things that you have to keep up with. So it's something that's very important to us. We're not going to have as many things that you can bolt on, but we will have much more things inside of the app. Lastly, this CRM is built by contractors for contractors. Both me and my co-founder also own service businesses. So, we know everything that you guys need, and that's why we built this CRM. So with that being said, let's go ahead and talk about some of the things that separate QuoteIQ from the other CRMs that you guys are going to, basically encounter. First and foremost, we're built job-centric, our workflows are. So QuoteIQ isn't a generic CRM. It's designed around the life cycle of, field service jobs, which is exactly matching how sandblasting businesses operate. So we do quotes, we do jobs, and then we invoice natively. So this is kind of our dashboard here. Obviously, we have all the metrics. We have a ton of different things that you guys can utilize within your business. The other thing we have here is a pipeline flow for all of our jobs. So like I mentioned, estimates are created. They're marked as open. They're sent to the customer. Anytime that they're viewed, you can actually see the status on here of when it's viewed. And then basically the cycle of what this goes through. It goes from open, accepted, scheduled, declined, paid, and then you can also archive if you have a job that you're actually waiting on an answer for. So that's kind of how we operate within our estimate screens. We also have pipelines. If you're somebody who likes to work from a pipeline rather than working from that, you can actually do custom pipelines within our software, which is something that we've had a lot of users ask about. Our estimates, we have a couple different estimates that you can actually generate from here. You can generate a standard estimate, a quick estimate, an AI estimate. We have options estimates. We have basically packaged estimates, or we have estimates with just single line items. So there's a lot of customization with regards to the estimates you can create, and I'll actually show you guys what one of those looks like right now. And if you guys are interested in this software, it'll be linked, the first link in the comment section and the description. I'll also have a link down there to schedule a demo with one of our guys so you can actually walk through this with them. But this is what our estimates look like. One of the things that we really pride ourselves on is making sure that we include terms and conditions on every single estimate. We also give whoever's using our software plenty of room to create as long of line items as they need, because we know how important those job descriptions are, as well as making sure that every single customer signs off on every single estimate. Once they sign off, that is actually within our PDF, the signature. So that way you have the signature, you have the time and date stamped, and that way you can keep everything very organized and you can keep everything on a pipeline. Another thing that we have here is we have statistics on this pipeline. You can see how many open, how many accepted, how many schedules, and how much money is in the pipeline for all of our jobs. All of those metrics also mirror over onto our dashboard. We've got things like year-to-date sales, close ratios, revenue flow, average ticket, profit and loss, everything you need here in order to be on top of your company and make sure that your numbers are, looking correct. I want to show you guys a couple of other things. Obviously, we have our calendar view here. Our calendar is drag and drop, so it makes for very easy schedule changes, as well as you can also drag and drop the time slot that you see. So we'll move this one up to 2. Boom, moved it right there. So very easy there. Within our calendar, you're going to get monthly totals. You're going to get daily totals. We also have route optimization tools. We have employee timelines, so that way you can see what your employees' day look like on here. Or if you have multiple employees, you can also see that as well. We'll click in multiple employees. They're separated. You can actually export schedules here and send those over to your employees. You can view all these schedules from a map view, and we also have some sorting functionality here for some different ways to view things. Another big thing that we have in the app is we have forms. So there are other softwares that make you get other subscriptions in order to have forms. We have things like our inspection form here, where you can bring in templates. This right here is a pressure washing template. We can bring in a customer. We can do a title. We can add a technician. We can obviously add property photos. These are all customizable, and you can have your employees do them pre, post, job, whatever the case may be, and you can customize them in any way you want. So we have custom questions here: front door, siding, yes, no questions. We have fill in the blank questions. We have star questions here. So basically all this is to make sure that your company's operating at maximum efficiency with regards to our inspection forms. And then obviously we have the archive here, so we can actually jump into one and see what it was. So water damage shown on the screen sections, rooftop, so you guys can see this is one for a roofing job here. We also have job forms, job archives, so you can actually take pictures of a job. You can attach customers to that picture. So we'll jump in here. As you guys can see, we have a bunch of different property pictures here. Within each property picture, we can edit them. We can add in comments and text under those. And so it's just another way to kind of keep you organized with regards to your jobs. This can also be viewed by your employees as well. And then, of course, we have our before and after picture archive here as well, where you guys can document all of your before and after pictures. We also have our map tool here, which is going to allow you to get measurements of properties. Let's say that you're doing a sandblasting on an entire home. You can actually get the entire square footage of this house. You can get square footage of pretty much everything. You can get linear footage within here as well. So it gives you the ability to actually take a look at jobs and measure jobs from anywhere, which is awesome. We also have a street view. So let's say that you get a call on a job. You can actually take a look at the property or wherever the job's at and get your measurements and quote from anywhere, essentially. So with that being said, that's kind of the main stuff at the top here. I do want to go through some of the other things within our contact screen. Our contacts are very well organized. You guys can see name. We can see property type, whether it's residential or commercial, phone numbers, emails, addresses, tags. From here, you can actually do things. You can create invoices. You can create scheduled events. We can create estimates from this contact screen. And if we click in, we can actually see every single estimate, invoice, or inspection form that or before and after picture that we created for this customer. We have their entire, history with the company. If we click in view data, we can see all of those. We can attach PDFs to each customer. Each customer, you can do multiple property listings for these. You can add in specific tags for customers for, marketing and things of that nature, company names, phone numbers, and all the other things that you can typically do with regards to your customers and managing them. So that's a really good tool to have. Obviously, you can create invoices within here. One of our big things is making sure that invoices are paid up. That's why within the dashboard, we included this outstanding invoices where you can actually put oldest to newest. That way you can follow up with these people. We put send reminder here to make it easy to send reminders. And yeah, I do want to go back to the calendar because I missed something. If you click in here, we actually have a bunch of different details that we could take a look at. Things like, when this job is, we can send appointment confirmations. We can send on the way text to let the customer know that we're on the way. We can send them the appointment confirmation to let them know that their appointment was scheduled. We also have a job timer within here. You can also invoice directly from the calendar. So if you want to invoice it, you can send the invoice through text, app. You can mark it as done. So we have a bunch of different options there. We obviously have all the details, what is included on this particular service. We have our report as well. So this is going to allow you to do line items. We can track labor here. We can track expenses here. And it's basically going to tell us what the profit margin is, all of our costs minus how much money we're going to be making on the job. Each job has a notes section where you guys can put a bunch of notes, as well as you can add photos to jobs as well. So within the calendar, this is our jobs view, and this is kind of where you can really navigate things. You can obviously call from here, you can text from here, and so your employees can see this. So it's just a really good way to stay in contact with the people that you have jobs on the schedule with. You can also click into our jobs list here, and the same view is available just like it is on the calendar. You can see every service that you need to do, when the job is, and utilize all that as well. So within our job list, this kind of allows you to sort things. We have mass invoicing coming very soon. We also have expenses. So if you guys need to track your expenses, you can do that through here as well. We have our price book, which is our service list. So you can have all your prices listed out. And makes it super easy whenever you're putting together estimates. And actually within the estimate screen, you can bring in the map tool and the service list. So that way, if I'm measuring a property for, concrete, or I'm measuring a house or whatever, I can actually have my per square footage price be added to whatever that measurement is right within the estimate screen. Let's get into some other tools. We have an AI estimator. This helps us to put together AI estimates. We have an InstaQuote feature, which basically means that customers can get a quote right directly from our website. So I'll go ahead and give you guys a preview of what this looks like. You can have this on your website, and basically customers can quote themselves all these questions you put in yourself, and then it actually asks the customer for their contact information, which it absolutely should. Once we put this in, it's going to spit out a quote for us, just like we saw earlier. So this is obviously a better option than what a lot of people would use on their website, maybe a contact form, because it's interactive and the customer is actually going to get a price when they put in their information, which is basically what we want, helping us to convert on those ad dollars that we're spending. I showed you guys a little bit earlier pipelines. We do have a pipelines feature within here, which you guys can completely customize. We also have virtual call team, which is our AI answering service, answers every single call for you, gives you summarized notes on those calls, as well as it kind of tells you whether or not this is a spam call or it's a real customer coming in. We have inventory tracking. We've got Client Hub, which is basically basically your phone within the CRM. Allows you to call people, allows you to text people directly from the CRM. We've got schedule requests here, which are basically our customer self-schedule. So after a customer accepts an estimate, they can actually schedule themselves on your calendar or request to schedule themselves. So that's another tool that we have in here as well, which is really cool. We have our contact requests that I was telling you guys about earlier. We also have employee messaging, which is in our employee hub as well. So let's go and take a look at employee hub. This is where, one place where you can track all of your employees. Obviously, the employees are listed here. We have live crew tracker where you can actually see where these people are at, and you can communicate with them as well. We also have a time tracker, which allows you to keep time on everybody, export this. You can know how much you need to pay your employees, everything like that. So employee management is completely covered within the software. We have a marketing section here as well, and a couple of other things to help you guys out. But this is just kind of a basic walkthrough of the CRM that we have here for you guys. If you want to schedule a more in-depth demo with our team so we can figure out exactly what it is that you need for your company and your business, and how we can either get it into the app or show you where it is, please let us know. You can click the first link down in the comment section and the description and try any tier for absolutely free right now for 14 days, or you can schedule a demo with somebody from our team, and we can help get you set up. So I hope you guys did enjoy this video. I really do think that this is the best CRM, the best option for you. It's the most feature heavy. You get the most bang for your buck in terms of money. And we're also only motivated by the people using our software. We're not motivated outside by, investors and having to provide a return for people that gave us money. So I hope you guys enjoyed the video. If you did, give it a thumbs up. And if you'd like to learn more, click the links below. Thanks so much. Hope you guys have a good one. Peace.